If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Hi everyone, welcome to Notsoworkholic. When I came to Canada, I joined a bridging program to know what kind of skills do I require to get into this Canadian job market smoothly. I wanted to know if there is need to bridge the gap between the skills that I have gained in my home country and the skills that are required or looked for in the Canadian job market. So there are a lot of people who are not either willing to go for such bridging programs or cannot invest the time that is required. So such people get the jobs, but at times it's difficult for them to retain those jobs because sometimes those skills are valuable and the most important thing that Canadian employers look for in the job seekers. So don't worry, I'm here to take you through this journey of bridging. I'll share with you some of the tips, tricks, and my personal suggestions from my experiences in Canada. Before starting, could we just have a like to this video? It really motivates me to bring more useful content across this platform and which could be helpful for you. The first important thing is to network. Networking is of key importance when you move from one place to another, and in this case when you're moving from one country to another, it will help you a lot in your job search. Gone are the days when permanent residents would simply book their tickets after getting COPR and then plan about networking for their job search. Now is the time when we are virtually connected with one another. So LinkedIn would be a great platform to connect with people in your industry belonging to similar or same background. Connect so that you could learn more about the job search, have some virtual informational session with them. So first tip is to go for LinkedIn. At LinkedIn, you could start connecting with people by having a customized filter with the province you want to search people from, with the background or the companies you want to search. There's so many filters available. When you are networking on LinkedIn with people, mind it to search, have a customized filter, search through the current companies that they're working, through the education or through the places that you want to search or connect people with. These would be really helpful. The second important thing while networking on LinkedIn is to always send a request for connection after you personalize the message. Sending an invitation without any personalized or customized message is sometimes ignored by people. When you send a personalized message, it really appeals to the person and they get to know your intentions. Why do you want to connect? There are 300 characters that you can type in your personalized message, so use those letters wisely. My recommendation would be to give a brief one-line statement showing compassion or appreciation for their work. If they have written some articles that you have read, appreciate that. If through a casual scroll at their profile you see that their achievements are really inspiring, comment, say something like that in just one sentence, and then brief about yourself and why do you want to connect. That could be your brief message. Sometimes you could just say that I would like to connect and be in your LinkedIn network. That's something you could write. The second important thing could be for networking is to join some meetup groups. At this point of time, there are so many virtual events happening for your meetings. So there could be meetup groups for IT professionals, there could be meetup groups for lawyers, finance professionals, accounting people. So join those meetup groups. I'll put a link of those meetup groups in the description box below. Don't forget to see that and see if you could join one of those virtual events. They are sometimes free, sometimes paid. So go for the free versions. Third thing for networking would be volunteering. That could obviously happen once you land here and plan where do you want to go. So volunteering would be your next step for connections and networking with people. Second thing that you can do or start is to work on your resume. Of course, you need resumes and cover letters for your job search here. So customize your resume as per the Canadian standard of resume writing. I'll give you some tips regarding resume writing in my next video because it's quite detailed and I don't want to miss some points. So also, when you're coming to this country, be very sure whether your profession is regulated or not. You can search about this on Job Bank, or if you're coming to Alberta, there is a website for people who are coming to as new immigrants. So there is alice.alberta. That could be helpful for you to know whether or not your profession is regulated. For example, my accountancy profession is regulated, so I need to get CPA designation for higher roles. And for HR people, there is a designation, there is a certification that they would need, like CPHR. So if your profession is regulated and you know that, start the process right now from your country itself. People who have to give some exams, they can start the registration process right from their country, so that when you are about to land, you are landing within a month or two, you are writing your exams and getting your designation. So that could be something that could save a lot of time and your rent here, because once you land here, paying the rent, paying for all the utilities, and also working towards your designation is really hard. So that's one tip that I could share from my personal experience. Next tip is to start getting ready with your elevator pitch. What's that? Elevator pitch. So elevator pitch is actually if somebody asks you, oh, what do you do? You should be ready with few seconds or maybe a minute of speech regarding your work, your experience, and what you want to do in future. So that's called elevator pitch. There is one thing that you should do right after coming here for your career search. Start connecting with the recruiting firms that are existing in your city or the province that you plan to reside in. So once you know the province or the city that you're planning to go, start connecting with the recruiters. There are so many recruiting firms that could be working in your province or city. One is for sure you will find recruiting firms like Robert Half, Randstad, IFG, then there is Bowen Group. So there's so many more. There could be some private sectors as well. There could be some other staffing and recruiting firms. Just start reaching out to them, connect with them on LinkedIn, set up a virtual meeting or a face-to-face profile setting meeting with them, so that you could start applying for permanent or temporary roles right away. These are some of my tips that I wanted to share with you, so that your journey as a newcomer is not as hard as it used to be for people who had no help. So start connecting with people. You might learn a lot. Maybe you will learn about some of the courses that you could do or start even before coming here. So I hope that was helpful for you, and if yes, please like the video and subscribe to this channel. Bye bye.